Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natoshi. So today we are gonna go through the 3 enemies that we all have when it comes to trading. Everyone has this because it is natural human emotions that we all have within. The market will always bring this out. Some of them have more of something and some people have less than something else. So if you think that you're gonna come into this and think that this is not gonna affect you, then that is completely wrong. And I know that each and one of you that's listening to this will recognize some of the patterns that you have. But for us to be able to change patterns, we obviously have to know about the patterns before that. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time. When I do have my daily updates, I go on live streams and have regular updates from Monday to Friday. So we're gonna go through the 3 enemies that's stopping you from becoming a profitable trader. If you want to have a platform to trade the market on right now on Bybit, you can get up to 3K bonus if you're using the link in the description down below the video. Now, Bybit has made sure that no one from the UK will be able to use this platform anymore. But if you are from the UK and looking for another platform, then I do recommend Bitflex. You don't need any KYC. When you are depositing $100, you will get a $10 back when you're placing your first trade. So you have the link in the description down below the video for these platforms to trade cryptocurrencies. The first enemy that we're gonna talk about is greed. We all know about greed when it comes to the charts because obviously we are working with the money and we all want a lot of money. A lot of people come into this game when it comes to trading and expect that you're gonna be a billionaire tomorrow, which is okay because everyone kind of thinks like that, and then eventually you recognize that that's not the case. But when it comes to greed, let's say that you're entering a long position right here on Ethereum. You see the market continue up, you have your take profit right here where you see this one, and you have your take profit, you have your money and all, that's good. But then you see the market continues even more. So instead of being happy with the profit that you have, you start to see this big momentum up, and you, instead of thinking, hey, I actually was able to catch this profit, you are sad that you didn't catch this whole move. So what you're doing now is that you took your take profit, you're entering another long position, and let's say that you now expect the market to continue even more now because you see all of this big momentum that is happening. What happens later on is that the market does reverse back down. So in this case, your stop loss will be hit. And usually what happens is that you start to feel emotional because you place one order, your take profit got hit, you got the money, but you lost that money because you were greedy and you wanted more. Instead of being, following your rules, end it there, leave the charts, and come back the next day to look for another opportunity. And then usually what kicks in is that you want to revenge trade, which means that, okay, you see a pullback now because we had this big momentum up, the market needs to go up again, right? So what happens is that you're most of the time placing another order because you want to have the money back that you had in the first place. But in this case, you can see how the market does continue down even more. And now you start to have all of these emotions within you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And that is greed. That is greed what we're talking about. We're not happy with what we got. You want more even if you had the profits that you had. And then that's also when it kicks in with this revenge trading. So if you are one of them that is like this, then and now you know what you're gonna work on. Not being greedy, follow the rules. You have to have rules because if you don't have rules, you can do whatever, right? And that's usually when we just end up not having anything at all. Okay, let's talk about fear. So let's say that you are entering a long position right here. You have your take profit at the top and you start to see that the market reverses down. Either it just takes your stop loss or it gives you a pullback. So the next time you see the market almost taking your take profit, market starts to drop down. Usually what a lot of people are doing is that you're looking at your trade while it's active. And when you are doing this and starts to see the pullbacks, usually what happens is that you start to take your position out before it takes your take profit. And what happens with this when you're doing this is that you start to have a bad behavior connected to trading, which means that when you're placing a trade, you will not feel safe. You will care too much about what's happening on the chart. Instead of just letting the market do whatever it's supposed to do, you're going in and you're starting to change things. And this is also something that's going to affect you in the long run. Instead of just, going in, you know where your target is, you know where your stop loss is, you have these ones for a reason, and just let the market do whatever it's supposed to do. That is why one of the most important things is to leave the charts, especially if you are getting a lot emotional when you are placing your trades. The best thing that you can do is just leave it, because the fear of missing out that the market's gonna take your take profit, of course that's gonna make you close the position. But with this, you will not even be able to write down the rights and the wrongs that you're doing on the charts, because you always go in and interfere what's happening with your take profit or your stop loss. Because it really sucks when the market goes down, you take yourself out of the positions just because you see a pullback, and then from nowhere you see the market taking your take profit. And in this scenario, you will also start to get emotional, because at this point you're like, but hey, I could have won so much money if I just held the position. Now you start to get mad at yourself. So this is a behavior that you're gonna continue to have if you're not stopping, closing your positions before the market either takes your stop loss. Because if it takes your stop loss, first of all, you need to have in mind that this is just part of the game. You will never be 100%. You will never be that. You will never have it 100%. Okay, so if the market takes your stop loss, that is totally fine. Because if it takes your stop loss and you not coming in and interfering with taking yourself out, as I said, you will never be able to actually go back and see what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. You're just introducing these emotions of fear of missing out, and then you need to go and handle those emotions, and you kind of forget why this even happened in the first big place, because now you're getting away, you're mad at the charts for taking your stop loss, or you taking yourself out from it. Instead of just let the market do whatever it's supposed to do, and then stop loss, take profit, write down what did I do right and what did I do wrong, and now I know what to do the next time, and I know what I should continue to do. The third enemy is hope. This is also one thing that's affecting a lot of people. So let's say that you're entering a long position here too. You have your take profit up here. You have your stop loss down here. What's happening is that the market almost comes to your take profit, but it reverses down, take your stop loss, and then you see the market take your take profit. This sucks. It really does. Next trade, same thing happens. You're going for a long, you're going for a short. Market almost take your take profit, does the same thing, drops down, take your stop loss, and then it goes back up to your take profit. The third time this happens once again, market continues up, almost take your take profit, market drops down, almost about to hit your stop loss. What are you doing? You're changing your stop loss because you hope that the market's gonna reverse up from here, because this have happened before. But this time the market actually does continue even more down, and your stop loss get hit, you lose more money than you should have been. And now what are you stuck with? Emotions. That's gonna tear you apart from the inside, because that's what trading does to us, is tearing us apart. And you start to become angry at the charts, you start to become angry at yourself, and you continue to do these stupid behaviors. And that is totally fine if you're doing it, but it's something that we need to change. If you have your stop loss, the only time you should change your stop loss is if you see the market continue to your direction, you're moving your stop loss to entry points, or you're at least at break even. Never create a bigger stop loss, because then you will just lose more money. So these are the three enemies that we need to conquer within ourselves. We all have it. We all have to fight this. But as I said in the beginning, as long as we can recognize these things within us and not be ashamed of it, and just face the fact and the truth of the emotions that we have, we will be able to deal with them. Because if you're ignoring them, then you're just going to continue to have them, because you cannot ignore something and think it's going to disappear. Because with trading, these emotion comes up and it's torture. It's terrible. And usually why people will never make it, usually why people leave trading and say that it's not working. It does work as long as you have a strategy, as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you're documenting, as long as you're using risk management. And when you're following that, then you will be good to go, because with that you will be able to see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and then you can correct yourself after that. And the more you follow the rules that you have, that you know is gonna work, the less you will be able to invite all of these different emotions that comes up. Because I know exactly how it feels. It feels like you have like a black, like darkness above you, and you can't see anything. It's like a fog. You can't take yourself out of it, and you go so deep within yourself. It's like you're the only one in a dark room, and you do not know how to get yourself out of there. But the easiest thing for us to do is to follow the structure we need. Be disciplined, have structure, write down everything. Don't be ashamed. It's a process. You will make it. Don't be ashamed. You are awesome. All of these different things. But you have to be truthful to yourself of what you're doing wrong, because it is only you and the charts. There's nothing else. It's you and the charts, your emotions combined with the charts, and the charts will never care about your emotions. It will never. It will never care. Don't expect it to do it. It will take your money, and it doesn't even have to give you an explanation for taking all of your money. You're the only one that's in control of this. So go and meditate a little bit before you're getting into the chart, so you can be in a clear state of mind. Have your rules in front of you. Check it out before you're entering, and then you're good to go. Thank you everyone for listening to this. Please comment in the section down below the video which one of these three enemies that is controlling your life, because I think some of you have some type of... Okay, have a great day everyone. We'll see each other later. Bye.